1. 1969 Mercury Cougar XR7 Coupe, $8,000, Jackson, Mississippi. First up, we have a 1969 Mercury Cougar XR7 Coupe, listed for $8,000 in Jackson, Mississippi. This classic muscle-era coupe comes with an automatic transmission, finished in a deep green exterior with a black interior. It has had only 2 owners over its lifetime, which is always a good sign for history and care. The car runs and drives, though the seller notes it will need a wheel cylinder for the brakes, a relatively minor fix. Beyond that, this Cougar still carries the distinctive styling that made it stand out in the late 60s. Sleek lines, hidden headlights, and a sporty interior. It's the kind of car that, with just a little more work, could easily become a fantastic weekend cruiser or a fun daily driver for classic car enthusiasts. 2. 1966 Dodge Coronet 440, $10,000, Rocky Face, Georgia. Next, we have a serious Mopar classic, the 1966 Dodge Coronet 440, priced at $10,000. This one is something special. Under the hood sits a mildly built 440 engine paired with a 727 automatic transmission. Out back, it has a narrowed 8 3/4 rear end with 3.91 Sure Grip gears, giving it some serious performance credibility. The seller mentions this car used to be an ex-drag car, but interestingly, it has never had a roll cage installed, so it still retains much of its original interior feel. It's described as running and driving great, making it not just a showpiece, but a driver's car too. While there's some minor bodywork needed around the rear quarters, overall it's very solid for being nearly 60 years old. The seller is also open to trades, particularly for A-body Mopars from 1968 to 72, old Dodge Sweeptline trucks, Jeep CJ5 or CJ7 models, or even Harley-Davidsons. For Mopar fans, this is a rare opportunity to grab a car that's both a piece of drag racing history and still very usable on the road.
Number 3. 1963 Chevrolet Classic Sedan, $9,000, Bessemer, Alabama. Our next car is a clean 1963 Chevrolet Classic Sedan listed at $9,000. This 4-door sedan has an automatic transmission and is finished in a bold red exterior with a black interior. The seller describes it as running well, with everything working as it should, which is always a plus when looking at cars of this age. The top is in good condition, and impressively, the car is described as being all original. Original motor, transmission, and components still intact. That makes this Chevy not only a driver, but also a collector's piece, as originality is becoming harder and harder to find. The seller is open to trades, but cash is preferred. For anyone wanting an affordable entry into the classic car hobby with something dependable and stylish, this Chevy is a fantastic choice. Number 4. 1969 Cadillac DeVille Coupe, $6,200, Beaumont, Texas. Now we have a touch of luxury. The 1969 Cadillac DeVille Coupe listed for just $6,200 in Beaumont, Texas. This big, elegant coupe comes in a white-on-white color combination and has had 2 owners over its lifetime. Under the hood, it's powered by a strong motor that has already received a new carburetor, radiator, distributor, and even a new windshield and tires. Inside, the interior has been fully restored, bringing back the luxury look and feel that Cadillac was famous for in the late 60s. The seller does note it will need a valve cover gasket and some work on the convertible top mechanism. But overall, this car presents as a beautiful, road-ready classic with just a couple of small items to address. For anyone who has always dreamed of cruising in a full-size Cadillac from the golden era, this DeVille is a bargain waiting to be enjoyed.
5. 1955 Pontiac Star Chief, $5,800, Lavaca, Arkansas. Finally, let's take a step even further back in time with this 1955 Pontiac Star Chief priced at just $5,800. This four-door classic wears a timeless beige exterior paired with a red interior, a color combination that really shows off its mid-50s styling. With only 2 owners since new, this car has an impressive history. Under the hood, it still has its original motor and transmission, showing just over 90,000 miles. The seller mentions it's running and even features a fuel cell in the gas tank, which is a nice modern touch for reliability. Being all original makes this Pontiac especially appealing to collectors who value authenticity. For the price, it's an excellent opportunity to own a piece of true 1950s Americana without breaking the bank. 6. 1966 Pontiac Grand Prix, $8,750 in Maryville, Tennessee. Up next is the 1966 Pontiac Grand Prix, offered at $8,750 in Maryville, Tennessee. This one is a well-optioned car that's already ahead of many projects. It features bucket seats with a center console, power steering and brakes, and even factory air conditioning, which was a pretty big deal back in the day. It's powered by the famous 389 cubic inch V8 with a 4-barrel carburetor, and the seller says it runs great. Being a Southern car, it's described as very dry with minimal rust. The floors, trunk, and underbody are all clean. The interior is a bit of a work in progress. The seats have already been reupholstered, the carpet is half installed, and there's even a new headliner still in the box, ready to go in. Basically, all the parts are there. It just needs someone to finish the job. The paint looks good in photos, but is described as driver quality, not show quality, which is fine if you're looking for a car to enjoy rather than store in a museum. It runs and drives around the lot, but since it's been off the road for years, the seller recommends trailering it home for a proper once-over. For under $9,000, this Pontiac is a strong candidate for anyone wanting a rare, stylish classic coupe without breaking the bank. 7. 1964 Ford Fairlane 500 Hardtop, $9,500, Gulf Shores, Alabama. Next, we have a sharp-looking 1964 Ford Fairlane 500 two-door hardtop listed at $9,500 in Gulf Shores, Alabama. This one is built to be a fun cruiser. Under the hood, it's got a mildly built 302 small block, bored .30 over, paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission. That combination gives it the just right balance of performance and reliability. Up front, it's been upgraded with coilovers and a disc brake conversion, which means better handling and stopping power compared to stock. It also rides on 17-inch torque thrust wheels with almost new tires, except for one rear tire that will need replacement soon. With 86,000 original miles, this Fairlane is ready to be enjoyed. The seller describes it as a car you can literally hop in and drive, which makes it a great choice for someone who wants something classic without a long list of repairs waiting to be done. 8. 1965 Ford Mustang Coupe, priced at just $5,500 in Conroe, Texas. This one comes with a manual transmission and a long list of new parts and upgrades that have already been installed, making it an excellent project base. The engine has been rebuilt from a 170 to a 200, with a full $1,400 rebuild kit. The entire brake system has been replaced with stainless steel parts, along with new control arms, 2-inch lowering springs, and a brand new gear and pinion assembly. Cooling has been upgraded with a Griffin radiator. The seller has already invested heavily in body and interior parts, including new door skins, hood, trunk lid, hinges, fenders, valances, upholstery, carpet, wiring harness, a decoded digital dash, and even a 6-to-1 header. All told, that's more than $4,400 in brand new parts that come with the car. This Mustang is still a project that needs to be put together, but most of the expensive work is already paid for. For someone who wants a budget-friendly way to build their dream Mustang, this is an excellent opportunity. 9. 1951 Chevrolet Styleline Deluxe, $8,500 in Orange, Texas. Now we're going way back with the 1951 Chevrolet Styleline Deluxe, offered at $8,500 in Orange, Texas. This classic post-war Chevy is already a running project, powered by a 350 V8 paired with a 350 automatic transmission. That upgrade alone makes it more practical and fun compared to the original drivetrain, while still keeping its vintage charm. The seller describes it as having lots of potential to be really nice, which is exactly the kind of opportunity many classic car fans love, a solid, running base that you can drive while you slowly restore or customize it to your liking. Cars like this 51 Chevy are becoming increasingly hard to find in running condition, so this one is definitely worth a look for fans of early 50s American styling. 10. 1966 Chevrolet Impala, $1,200 in Conway, Arkansas. Finally, for those who love a challenge or need parts, we have a 1966 Chevrolet Impala, priced at only $1,200 in Conway, Arkansas. This one is being sold as a parts car since it's missing both the engine and transmission, but it comes with lots of extra parts, which is always a bonus. The car originally came with factory air conditioning, and many of those components are still included. The highlight here is that it has a very nice pair of rest-free doors, which are rare and valuable on their own. For anyone currently restoring a mid-60s Impala, this could be the perfect donor car to help complete your project. At just over $1,000, it's a bargain for parts alone, and for the right buyer, it could be the starting point of a creative restoration.